Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm just gonna dive into Bitcoin once again for Thursday 10 February, and I want you to join me into the Discord because this is your house that I built for you, and get into it. Okay, you're gonna love the vibes in here. So basically, yesterday we had a tweet from Zhang Zhao. Is it Zhang Sheng Zhao? Wang Yao or CZ, whatever he is, crypto is legally recognized in India with a 30% tax, all right? And then he wrote that Bitcoin is legally recognized in Russia as a currency. So that's good, okay? So Bitcoin is recognized in Russia as a currency, and that's some series of good news is happening to come into the market as well. So here we are with Bitcoin, and right now, what is it trying to do? Can we actually dump to the downside? Yes, we're looking at some spinning tops, but there are some possibility that spinning tops don't work. Okay, when you see a spinning top, it doesn't mean 100% you're gonna go down, but the chances are there. More chances are there. But this time it might be that the 30% chance of not going to the downside can play out, and it doesn't go to the downside because what Bitcoin is doing right now, I do see it on the daily. On the daily, there's this, resistance point right now. I'm going to show you, which is this one right there. And it's actually trying to cross this resistance. But the candlestick that you see right now today, this red candle, closes in the next 15 hours. And if you close like this, then that's going to be a hanging man. And that's probably another bearish candle because hanging mans are not your friends. They're not good at all. I don't support them. So I'm going to actually show you hanging man candlestick. And here we are into the images. And whenever you see it on an uptrend, that could mean that that's a time that there could be possible retracements to the downside. And this is on the daily. So the daily actually confirms a lot of things. So you're going up and up and up and up. You make the hanging man. It looks like a hammer, but when it appears on the top, that's actually bearish. So that's exactly what you're making right now. This is a hanging man, and previously you're making a spinning top right there, and that's actually kind of bad. But one more thing, I see a lot of projects, so many projects right now that are gonna lose structure if actually Bitcoin starts to dump again. If it starts to dump again, it will be actually illogical, and there's a little bit of some sort of ascending, some sort of a support right here that is playing out, and then on top of that you have the 10, the 20, and then the 55 is actually pretty much holding the support right now for Bitcoin, and that bullish cross is about to come in. So Bitcoin is doing every little thing to actually continue its movements to the upside, and what we want to see, of course, is a push to the upside as well, because if you see that bullish cross happening right there, then my friend, the party just began, and we are not anytime soon gonna dump to the downside. Then that's it. When you get the bullish cross, then Bitcoin moves. Just the way it dumps to the downside, it pumps even way more harder. If it goes down like this with the red candle like that, the green candle is bigger. Do you understand that? And that's a good thing. This tells me this retracement and whatever this downfall we had to the downside, this one just tells me that Bitcoin can actually be very bullish, because the red it becomes, the greener it can become. Do you understand that? That's just how it is. Look at the history of it. You're going to understand what I'm trying to talk about. Now, I did notice, my friend, that we still are in an uptrend with Bitcoin. We were never in a downtrend, and I'm going to tell you why we were never in a downtrend. Actually, let me dive into the weekly time frame, and I think it's time that Elliott wave theory actually comes and save us. And if Elliott wave theory can save us, that would be amazing. Now, by this week, we have 3 more days to close. Do you understand that? And if you close on the weekly nearly $45,000 or the $46,000, that would result to 3 white soldiers. Do you understand that? 3 white candle back to back, 3 white soldier. Just something very similar to this one. Do you understand that? That was 3 white soldier, and then we had a rise to the upside, and then we kept on pushing to the upside as well. This one can be another 3 rising, three white soldiers that can form within the next 3 days. This candle hasn't closed, by the way, so don't. I'm not saying it's a confirmed one. All right. The reason why we are still in an uptrend is because you see this was your low, and this is slightly your higher low. Do you understand that? So it actually tells us that the uptrend was never lost, and this is how it looks like, just something like that. I'm gonna put this trend line right there, so you can already see low and then a higher low. This went to the $29,000. This came to the $32,000. It didn't even complete the fact that we wanted to see it to go down to $29,000. Now, basically, the good thing is that when you break out of a downtrend, you actually go back to for an uptrend. Do you understand that? So an uptrend is actually forming on the weekly. On the weekly, we are quite bullish. We are still quite low, and we have a lot of room to continue to the upside instead of dumping to the downside. And I talked about the psychology part of it. And I'm actually gonna dive before I tell you some tips. I'm gonna dive into the 1 hour time frame and talk about yesterday's update. And the technical target was met of yesterday critical update, by the way. So here we are on the 1 hour time frame, basically. So this was the $45,000, right? And then you had that kind of symmetrical triangle, which was this one right here, that symmetrical triangle from there to there and from here to here. And then you broke out of the symmetrical triangle, you went back to where you formed the triangle. Do you see that? Just right on the money. Do you see that? So that part played out, and then from there the technical target was met. But ever since that time, you've just go down, sideways, continue to the upside, and you're still making a very positive structure right now, and that is some sort of an ascending triangle. Potentially an ascending triangle is what you're about to make right now. So you see, this, it could be your ascending triangle that is coming in. I'm actually gonna draw this into the 4 hour time frame. And is this all right? Let's say that is some sort of another symmetrical triangle, not an ascending triangle. All right, so the story with symmetrical triangle, we do know that these are 50-50, okay? They're not bullish, they're not bearish. If it breaks to the upside, the journey to the upside continues. If it breaks to the downside, then the downside is your friend, basically. Anything can happen in this space, but the way I see things, it could actually break to the upside. That's just my own opinion, not a confirmed thing. Of course, you can still see it go and dump to the downside as well. Now, the reason why I do vouch for this one to actually start to continue to the upside is because we never had that deep retracement, first of all. And the 55 on the daily, you have already seen, if I dive into the daily, the 55 is supporting Bitcoin big time right now. So here's the 55. It's actually bouncing off the 55. And a lot of altcoins, they're going to be losing support if Bitcoin actually goes down, and that's going to be weird. Okay, so for example, if I dive into Solana as well, just for a small measurement, I'm going to show you Solana. And here's Solana. Do you see that? So there is this trend line actually with Solana, this line that you see that is going up like this. So if Bitcoin starts to dump to the downside, who knows, you can actually go to the downside all the way to $89, $88, and that wouldn't make sense to me. But there's one more thing. You could still go to the downside and make a nice big double bottom and a W pattern like this, and you break and continue to the upside. That's just another possible scenario. But to me, it seems like right now all of these altcoins are looking to actually move to the upside and not downside. So basically, Bitcoin can get bullish and it goes to the 46,000, and maybe from the $46,000, $47,000 backtest this area and then continue. Okay, so you go to the 46, 47, then you go to the 44. That's okay, and continue. But by the way, let me tell you one more thing. Even if you were to come down to the $39,000, that's okay. That's absolutely okay, unless you don't fall into the trap and go back to $36,000. That's gonna be a trap, okay? Anytime you ever see Bitcoin go to $36,000, then I think that's it. This was a uptrend trap. It was a trap, big trap right now, okay? Which I don't see, which I don't think so is going to happen like that. So there's this, ocean effect when it comes to cryptocurrency market, and this is a part of market psychology and the trading course that I'm coming up with. So you do have the oceans in the wave, right? Some currents in the wave. In the ocean. So basically, sometimes the sea and the ocean, they're calm, they're cool and calm. They just move sideways. Nothing happens big. Nothing big happens, okay? And sometimes you have very big storm coming into the sea that actually even wrecks the boat, wrecks the ship, and wrecks the stone inside it, and wrecks the rocks inside the ocean as well. So basically, this is just how cryptocurrency work, and that's the reason why you're never gonna have one-sided opinion that, oh, okay, I want to say that Bitcoin is going to go up and I want to say Bitcoin is going to go down. It's a current, it's a wave, just like you see in the ocean, and you just have to learn to stick to those waves. Does it go upside? Change your opinion, flip with the market. Does it go to the downside? Change your opinion and flip to the downside. It's just how you ride the wave. You see, commitments, I'm going to tell you, commitment, loyalty, these are all good in real life, okay? They're good, okay? If you want to go to the gym every day, you're committed to gym, that's okay, no issues. Do you want to actually commit yourself to be a successful business person? That's okay, no issues. But when it comes up to crypto, you cannot be loyal to a coin. No, you can never be loyal that, hey, it's just uptrend, and even if it tries to go down, I'm gonna be so loyal that I just want it to actually go to the upside. I'm not gonna sell it if I see it's going to the downside. No, market is designed in a way that it's gonna take advantage of this human nature. The market knows your nature. It's actually gonna kill you off. Do you understand that? So that's the reason why you're never gonna be committed to this. Yes, you can be committed to your plans and what you want to do. So the plan that I want you to commit to is that whenever the market changes, you change, you flip the side, and if it goes to the downside, you flip the side, because that's where you are benefiting. You're not going to lose. Actually, that makes you a good trader, by the way. And this is just some small tips along the way that I just want to talk about, because this is what we do in the channel. We are learning trading. This is not a financial advice channel. For the financial advisements and things like that, I do have a signal group on Discord as well, where people are buying when I tell them to buy and sell when I tell them to do so as well. So that's it for today's Bitcoin update. I'm going to see you with the next one. Allah Hafiz.